Okay, and good morning, everyone. We are live on Facebook. Hello, world. Hello, Philippines. Hello, everybody who is joining us this afternoon. Isang napakainit na umaga sa ating lahat. My name is Carl Cordero, and I'm a proud union banker. Ako po ang training manager ng aming bank. And we're very, very excited that everyone is joining us this morning because you are witnessing a historical moment, no, for the bank. We are holding our first ever UnionBank Talks Digital session kung saan mapag-uusapan natin how everyone can adjust, no, to this new normal na sinasabi nating lahat. Because iba na nga ang panahon ngayon. Mula sa pagpapadala ng pera, to depositing checks, or even paying your bills, no? As well as, get this, digital account opening, meaning hindi ka na kailangan pumunta ng bangko para mag-open ng account. No? So very excited kami to share these new updates with you guys. And we're also very honored to be welcoming, to be introducing to you this morning some very well-respected personalities in the financial industry. Sisimulan ko na kay Aaron John Atienza, we call him AJ, ang aming VP or Vice President for Customer Experience, and he is also the designer and product lead of UnionBank Online. Good morning, AJ. Welcome.
Good morning, Carl. I'm super excited to be part of the first digital art event.
Yes, and we're excited to have you, AJ. Thank you for joining us. Next is he's nothing short of a rock star po sa Union Bank. Sir Henry R. Aguda, or HRA as we like to call him, Chief Transformation Officer, Chief Technology and Operations Officer of Union Bank. Sir Henry, good morning.
Good morning, Carl. Love that we can still do this even if we're doing this outside of the ARC. I know you guys do a lot of awareness and sharing at the ARC, and because of the situation, I mean, I have to salute you guys for coming up with this platform in order for us to continue our advocacy of sharing the digital realm to as many people. Good morning.
Good morning. And we appreciate that, Sir Henry. Sabi nga nila, no, the show must go on. And here we are in a virtual platform. And this morning, hindi lang po mga union bankers ang makakasama natin. We are also very happy to welcome a representative from the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. His name is Vicente Vitri III, and he is the Managing Director of the Financial Technology Subsector ng Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. Sir Vitri, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning to everyone. It's my honor to be here. Thank you for the invite. And this is a very good avenue by which to promote and actually inform everyone of the digital initiatives that everyone has been undertaking, not only Union Bank but the industry at a whole, at large. Thank you.
That's right. Thank you again, sir, for joining us this morning. And of course, we have our followers on Facebook. Welcome, from all over the world. Sabi ni Sir Henry, ang kanyang mga relatives from Atlanta are also watching. So shout out to you and everyone else from all over the world who is joining us today. Thank you for joining us. And, we encourage you not just to be a passive viewer, but to actively involve yourself in the conversation. So what you could do is you could share your thoughts in the comments box below, and we will select some of your questions so that we can ask our speakers now towards the end the program. Now, without further ado, our first speaker, is Sir Vitri, as we mentioned, is digital banking advocate. And being the digital banking advocate, Vitri, anong mga tips ang gusto mo or pwede nating i-share sa ating mga viewers this morning on how to do banking transactions more safely at home, especially now na nasa ECQ tayo. It's not normal for most of us. Sir Vitri, what do you think?
Thank you. But I hope you don't mind. I'll just go back to something earlier about, that emphasis that this is a new norm.
Correct.
In effect, it's not much of a new norm for a lot of people because, the digital framework has been around for quite some time, and the only new thing is this pandemic that we have, the new health issue. So it's a good thing that the regulatory framework had been in place. So our digital initiatives to be able to transact contactless has been around for quite some time. And there are those that have already been capitalizing on this. as you can see in the slides, I mean, as I think you also pointed it out, bills payment, we don't have to queue online anymore. Everything can be done through the mobile phone. When we transfer money, from one person to another, we don't have to queue again and hold the hard cash. These can all be done through mobile. And there, as you pointed out, there are other things that also have evolved from the aspect of even doing the know your customer requirements, being able to open an account virtually from wherever you're at through your mobile phone in the span of 15 to 20 minutes, being able to transfer funds to the newly opened account is also done all remotely now. The big side to that also is the aspect of being able to deposit hard checks from interbank, from another bank to your bank account using again mobile. And this is the world as it is right now. Had it not been for these regulatory reforms that we were able to put in place, transactions by people at this time of crisis would not have been made possible. But of course, when we talk about digital, when we talk about technology, there are aspects and protocols that we also have to be wary of. And, I hope you don't mind. I call that the terminology protect your jewels. When you say protect your jewels, you protect what's close to you. To me, next to family, the thing that I protect so close to my heart is my identity. Because if I share my identity, particularly my access rights, my passwords with anyone, that opens the world to the use of unscrupulous activities. Because in the high time in society, there's always that the good and the bad side of it, and there are those that will capitalize on whatever crisis that there are or that there is. That's why we keep on reminding people, we keep on reminding clients to safeguard their identity. It starts from there. You don't give away something that's precious to you, particularly your identity and access rights. And for the other end, for the banking institutions that are able to do electronic banking, they go through a rigorous process of ensuring that the environment is cyber safe. So it's a very protected way of doing transactions right now through digital means. But one of the statistics that came about during all these pandemic, I mean the health pandemic, it clearly showed that hard transactions. When I talk about hard transactions, yung mga ATM withdrawals, yung mga going to the bank and actually making check deposits, we've seen a sharp decline during the period of during the ECQ period, and we've seen a surge in electronic banking transactions. And these electronic banking transactions are those that we monitor through the framework called the National Retail Payment System. Because before the National Retail Payment System, when banks embarked already on digital banking, there was such a thing as being able to transact within your bank only. The interoperability aspect was not there yet. So the framework, the National Retail Payment System, was put in place. So in effect, if you have a bank account or any kind of electronic money account, you can move funds from your mobile phone with the use of your fingertips, transferring funds from one account to another account in another bank. You don't have to maintain numerous bank accounts in several banks to be able to mobilize, transfer, and make these credits to the other account. All these things became very, very useful at this height that most people are at home now and cannot move and mobilize, particularly when they order food and make payments. It's through the NRPS rails that actually are being used. There are actually, if I hope you don't mind, I keep on blabbing on. Tell me if I have to stop. I can go on and on.
Go ahead lang, sir.
Because with the NRPS there are two rails. One is the InstaPay and PesoNet, you know. And a lot of banks are doing this already. There are fundamental differences of both, you know, because PesoNet is intended to be in lieu of writing or issuing checks. So sort of saying, just like any kind of check, you have to make the transaction before a cutoff time for it to be credited to the account of the beneficiary. Ito naman, instead of writing a check, you do it through the phone, mobile. You access your payment transfer apps and use PesoNet to make transfers of amounts that are huge, amounts that you would normally make transfers for payments for checks. So if you transact before cutoff time, it will be credited to your beneficiary's account within the same day. And again, there's no limit to the amount that you have to transfer, that you can transfer. While the other one, InstaPay, is more of the frequent, high volume, yung mga mabilis na transaction. That's why it's called InstaPay. It's instant. So Carl, if I want to send you money, which maybe let's do it the other way around. If you want to send me money, you can use your UnionBank account, and all you need is my bank account in whatever bank I have.
Right.
As long as it's within 50,000, you can send that to me instantaneously, and I will be getting that in seconds. You know, they're pretty much in. Prior to the ECQ, there were fees that were attached to these transactions, but these fees are very minimal, and these are market-based. You know, I think the lowest sending cost would be, I don't know, there are institutions that are not even charging any kind of sending cost.
Correct.
Because these are market-driven. There are some that do charge a sending cost, but very marginal. You know, and the beauty of this is that when you remit, when you send, the beneficiary, nakukuha na yung amount in full. Wala nang kinakantasan dun. You know, so that's how things are being mobilized right now. That's how we see the industry thrive and move forward with all these technology and digital reforms on being able to deliver financial services. You know, again, you know, I'd like to emphasize, you know, like what you see on the screen now is another mode of being able to transfer funds. That's what we call the QR scanning, QR code. So
Right.
all you have to do now is scan the QR, so napapadala yung funds dun sa kabilang bangko. You don't have to type in the details of the accounts anymore. So it won't be that it minimizes, reduces any kind of prone to error. You know. So in a nutshell, well, in the mouthful rather, that's what it is right now, you know, and we see the statistics rising, and we would like to encourage most of all of the clients and all depositors to get the feel, for those who have not yet, you know, get the feel of transacting digitally. If I may, you know, because my dad and I have a lot of discussions about this, and he was the one who would tell me that, you know, where's the human touch?
Mm-hmm.
The human touch is more on the face-to-face, just contactless. The service is still, there's a big humanity side on the service. It's just contactless, you know. And it caters to different parts of society right now. Now we have the demographic in the sense that there's a lot of use in the digital world of our mobile channels. So it's pushing it further to be able to transact using digital means.
That's right, sir. You know, I totally agree with you, no, that a lot of people think na mawawala yung human element. But in my experience, I actually live in a community that is now even more connected because of online transfers. No, I live in BF Homes, Parañaque, and we're selling food to each other. We're buying supplies from each other, all because of these new services. And I'm very reassured. No, thank you, Sir Vitri, by the way. for sharing those updates, from BSP. And personally, I'm very reassured that even if this was an unexpected, event for all of us, there were preparations, on the end of DSP, that there were these adjustments to empower the financial sector to make these updates. Now, speaking about updates and
I hope
innovation,
you don't mind if I'll just add one more thing. Because
sure.
it's no longer a matter of size, diba? No matter, it does not matter whether you're a big bank, small bank, medium-sized banks. These reforms and these channels are available. Banks now just have to apply for an electronic banking license. They pass prudential requirements. They go through the rigors of our cybersecurity assessments to be able to do this. But there are also certain platforms by which, for those that are still wanting to do it but are not ready, but are guided by other institutions. There are sponsoring activities by which other institutions are able to sponsor yung mas those banks that are trying to equip themselves in being able to ride onto the digital world. Because at the end of the day, gusto natin yung ating mga clients, depositors, the consumers out there are able to exercise and be able to have the best productive use of efficient services. So.
Completely agree, sir. It's all about inclusion, and democratization, of the financial industry for everyone to be able to bank. Thank you again for those updates. Now, to provide us more updates, sabi nga ni Sir Vitri, BSP has empowered the financial sector, no matter how big or small you are, to make these changes for the people, for the Filipino people, and for anyone really in the world. At this point, Sir Henry, can you share what we have done on our end to take on these new challenges? From the end of BSP, they have created these new regulatory measures to safeguard our clientele, our collective safety. But also, what has UnionBank done? Can you share that with us this morning, Sir Henry?
Carl, so ang ganda nung start ni B3. So that's the vision of BSP for the banking industry. And UnionBank working with BSP, ito naman yung ginawa natin. So I guess if you're already a UnionBank customer, you won't be new to digital banking. Pero the question now is, especially during this ECQ, how can you be a UnionBank account holder and experience all the digital services that we have? Luckily, later, i-describe ni AJ in detail how you can be onboarded. So we have what we call the digital account onboarding. In fact, you can create your savings account just by downloading our app and then providing your KYC requirements. Then you already have an account. Now, question: once you already have an account, how do you put money in the account that you've just created? Diba? There are several ways. One is again, it was mentioned earlier, NRPS. So you can fund the account that you've just created from, maybe you have another account from another bank, you can transfer money. Or you can do this, you can take a picture of a check and you can do mobile check deposit into your account. So you've created an account, now you've funded the account, what can you do with that account? Now with ECQ, this is the difficulty of the times. You cannot be mobile, you cannot go to places. So if you need to pay bills, you can electronically pay now your bills. Now if you need to send money, there you go. You have PesoNet, and for larger account, you have InstaPay. And this is the nice thing, Pat. Question is, okay, we can do electronic fund transfer, but UnionBank, I still need cash. The money that I put in my account, but if I want to get the cash? Well, we have ATMs, and our ATMs, I'm happy to say they're available everywhere that we have a UnionBank ATM, or you can withdraw from other banks' ATM as well. But the nice thing about it, during the ECQ, we've activated close to around 11,000 remittance counters. So how does it go? Once you have the UnionBank app, you have funds there, and you want to maybe transfer money to a kasambahay or maybe relatives in the provinces, you can send them reference number, And with that reference number, they can now go to any of the 11,000 remittance companies that we've partnered with. So there's Perahat, there's Palawan, there's Cebuana, and these are done through our fintech partners, DragonPay, at Coins.ph. So if you don't want to get money from the ATM, you can get money through the remittance counters. And the nice thing about the situation right now in the ECQ, and because we've partnered with a lot of fintechs, ang tanong ng mga ibang customers, so we've created a digital account. Paano naman yung ATM cards namin? During the ECQ, a lot of the courier services stopped operating, and we know why, diba? Luckily, we partnered with our ride-hailing fintech partners like Angkas, Joyride, Grab, and we can actually deliver your ATM if you open a digital account. Your ATM can be delivered physically to you within a week, and sometimes, because there's no traffic, sometimes we're able to do it within a day. So it depends on the area, depends on the I call this one, depends on the checkpoint situation. But assuming you cannot do digital transaction for whatever reason, let's say maybe your area has a telecoms issue, or you have difficulty accessing internet or broadband, meron din kami tayong ganito card. This is what we call the bank on wheels, and it's actually a bank. Hindi siya, yun lang sa public siguro, huwag niyo pong pagkakamalan yung armored vehicle namin. Ito po yung armored vehicle, hindi po yan yung bank on wheels. Kasi pag armored vehicle yan, hindi niyo mapapara yan. Pag pinara niyo yan, hindi kayo maririnig sa loob, tsaka huwag kayong kakatakbo dyan. Ito po yung bank on wheels natin. Yung bank on wheels natin is really a bank. You can go inside, you can transact, and on some occasions, depends on the availability, may free coffee pa kayo dyan. So, yan yung bringing banking at the doorsteps of our customers who may not be able to go out. So, ang ganda eh. Thinking about the things that Vitri mentioned kanina, where digital is actually here right now, and all the efforts that they've been doing, UnionBank is in step. Like our call center, it's 24/7 available. And the nice thing about our call center, and in a situation where you balance servicing the public and the safety of your employees, all our call center agents are working from home in a secure facility in their houses where we protect the information that they handle, but in the safety and comfort of their homes, they can service our customers. So digital is finding a way. In fact, even for rural banks, we partner closely with rural banks through our subsidiary UPX. Ayan, we're enabling our rural banks to also administer the distribution of cash effectively. Hindi lang kasi naman sa Metro Manila yung situation, also outside. So, ang galing parang siya, parang align tayo with the digital vision that BSP has seen for the banking industry. It's unfortunate lang that the ECQ became the instrument to really accelerate digital adoption. But that's where we are right now. But I agree. A lot more people will be onboarding on the digital rails that we have. So that's what we're doing, Carl. And I'm excited because I know our people have a lot more from product and technology that they will launch soon in the future to take more advantage of the situation.
Right. Nako, thank you for that update, Sir Henry. Lahat kami ay parang loto, nag-iintay. Saan ba mag-a-appear si Bank on Wheels today, para matry namin yung services. Hindi lang siya second choice, first choice na siya kasi may kape, right?
So for public interest lang and security, we normally do not announce where the Bank on Wheels will appear. Right. But the ones who actually determine where we will deploy them will be our branch personnel and our marketing and security organization. Normally, nag-appear na lang siya in areas where you really need them. Like for example,
Right.
we administered the GSIS pension payout yesterday. So we deployed one of the bank on wheels in the areas where we have a lot of pensioners trying to withdraw cash. So ganun ang operation ng ating bank on wheels. Now it's only limited in Luzon right now, but it has worked very well during the situation. Expect siguro in the next coming months, baka nasa Visayas, Mindanao na rin si bank on wheels natin.
Sounds good. No, we'll definitely look forward to parang a nationwide tour of our bank on Wheels. Thank you again, Sir Henry. Now, at this point, no, gusto namin i-translate itong mga innovations na to each and every one. Yung mga people who are watching now, people who are just like me, who before joining the bank, before getting to know Union Bank, takot pa sa mga technology, sa bagong technology, right? Why can't I just do it the normal way? Obviously, now that there's a new normal, kailangan na nating matuto, no? And now, someone to teach us and to show us yung actual features ng ating online app, no, is the perfect person to tell us about it because he is the designer of that app. So can we have AJ? AJ, are you ready to show us the rock star features of the UnionBank app?
Hi, Carl. Yes, I'm super excited to share with you, with everyone on the video or who's watching the video, ang mga features that you can do with UnionBank Online. So I actually have 5 banking activities that you can do right from your home. So before I start with that, I encourage everyone to download UnionBank Online. There's a QR code on your screen right now that you can scan, or you can go to the Apple App Store, the Google Play, or the Huawei AppGallery and look for UnionBank Online and download it and open an account. And believe me, by the end of this video, meron ka ng UnionBank account. So again, I want to share with you 5 banking activities na pwede mong gawin from your bahay. You can, for one, open an account. Second is transfer funds via InstaPay. Third is deposit a check. Fourth, send money via remittance centers. And last but not the least, pay bills. So let's start with the first one. So if you want to open a PDIC insured bank account, there are just 4 easy steps. First, you download the app, and then from there, you choose an account, input the details, selfie, scan, sign, review, and activate your account. That's it. So choose an account. We have 0 maintaining balance accounts. We have accounts that earn points with every spend that you do. And there's also an account that offers free life insurance. And there's also an account that will let you fly for free faster. So we're still adding more and more accounts that you can choose from, para it will really suit your lifestyle. Next step is input your details. Of course, we want to you to create a UnionBank online profile. We also want to know you more. This is also in compliance with the BSP requirements for Know Your Customer. Third is we ask you to do a selfie, scan your ID, and sign on your phone so we can get your signatures. Last is review all the details that you provided with us and then submit. Then after that, we send you an email, and from there you can activate your account. And that's it. You already have a UnionBank account. The second service that we would like to share with you is just like what Sir Vitri mentioned kanina. It's one of the NRPS initiatives, and it is InstaPay. And through UnionBank Online, you can send money via InstaPay. And for easy steps, just choose your source account, input the recipient details, enter the amount and the purpose, review, transfer, and that's done. The money will be on the other bank that you specified. Again, just choose your source account. It can be any of your newly opened UnionBank account. Input the recipient's details. You select the bank, provide the account name and the bank account number. Or you can also select it from your saved recipients. We provide that because we understand we have customers who have recurring fund transfers to their family, their loved ones, or for some that use this also for providing wages to their household help. And then there's an option also that you can send them a note via email or SMS. Enter the amount and the purpose. Is it a payment? Is it for fund transfer? Or is it a donation? After that, you just review and click on submit, and that's it. Just like to highlight that until during the ACQ, we lifted our 10 peso fee for InstaPay. So for now, until there's ACQ in place, InstaPay transfers are for free. And as a bonus, just like what Sir V3 shared kanina, we also have InstaPay QRPH. So this is the quicker version of InstaPay. I mean, mabilis na talaga siya. Pinabilis pa talaga natin. So what you do is generate a QR code, and then you just point, shoot, and transfer. Again, this is for free and through UnionBank Online. Just look for the QR code that you can find in the header of your UnionBank Online app. The third feature, and also one or more exciting features also, is how you can deposit a check. So 4 steps. Read the guidelines and reminders. You understand this is a new feature and it's a new way of depositing a check. Take a photo, enter the check details, review, submit, and wait for it to get accepted. And that's it. It will get deposited to your account. So read the guidelines and reminders. We want you to understand the parts of your checks, and also follow the reminders that we require you to put in the back of the check, like your specifying UnionBank of the Philippines at the back, the date of the deposit, the account number, and your signature. Take a picture of the check. Make sure that it's clear and well lit. There's no shadows. You're taking it from a flat surface with a top view angle. And also, please make sure that you keep the entire check within the frame. And then crop the check image to the edges. Next is, please make sure that you also review the check details. Make sure that it's the correct bank, the check account number, the check number, and are correct. You also need to specify the amount that is on the check and the date on the check. Of course, we need to know, of course, where you want the funds to be deposited to. So you just specify your bank account. Again, review and then submit it. Then wait for it to get accepted by our team. And after that, it's going to get cleared. For Union Bank checks, it gets cleared after 2 hours, and that process is available 24/7. For other banks checks, it follows the usual clearing process because it goes to the clearing house. The fourth feature, and our newest feature, and for the ECQ is one of our biggest feature also, is our feature to send money via remittance centers. So 5 easy steps. We pick from our 4 remittance center partners, then enter the amount you want to send, input the recipient details, review and send, and then wait for the tracking code. So we have 4 remittance center partners powered by DragonPay and Coins.ph. That's PeraHub, Cebuana Luwilier, LBC, and of course, Palawan Express. After picking one, you enter, of course, the amount you want to send. Then you provide the purpose, select the source account, and read the reminders. Because the reminders will tell you the different cutoffs and the transaction limits. After that, we'll tell you the corresponding fee for the remittance centers. Would like to highlight that Union Bank doesn't charge any fee. The fee that you're seeing here are the remittance fee from our partners. Then you input the recipient details. Make sure that the details are matching whatever identification your recipient is going to show the remittance centers, because they are very strict on this one. Then review everything. Then you click on send. And after that, you'll receive the tracking code. This is the tracking code that you will be sharing with your beneficiary. This tracking code will also get sent to your beneficiary through SMS. And lastly, we have you can also pay bills through Union Bank Online. Just select a biller, input the biller details, select the source account, review, and pay. So we have over 300 plus billers on Union Bank Online, and there's a lot more that are being added. Or you can also save the biller from your saved billers list. Enter the biller details and amount, or also again select from your saved billers. Select the source account where you want where you're getting the fund to pay your biller. Review and pay, and that's it. So Carl, that's basically the 5 features that we would like to highlight or the 5 bank activities that you can do from home through Union Bank Online. You can also do a lot more through Union Bank Online, like doing request for payments, booking a branch visit, but maybe for now it's not applicable. And I would also encourage our viewers to also explore all our other digital platforms. We have the portal, which is our flagship digital banking platform for corporates and SMEs. We have Union Bank Global Linker, which is our community for SMEs. CCAP, it is our online lending marketplace built also for SMEs. And Box, for your online digital payment needs. You can accept various forms of payments and even do direct debits from your bank account. That's it for me, Carl.
All right. Thank you, AJ. No, napaka-exciting talaga. From a totally unbiased perspective, ladies and gentlemen, try it out. We're not saying you need to use it forever, but if you download it today, you will see for yourself how easy and simple and flexible really this app is. No, sabi nga ni AJ, from fund transfers to check deposits to opening new accounts, it's really, really easy to do. Now, I'm sure our audience, our viewers have some very interesting questions to raise. No? So I'm going to select some of them to maybe we can answer it, AJ or Henry or Sir Vitri. First question is for AJ. Ito actually, interesting story. I have several friends who work in other banks, and one of them actually inquired how they can open payroll accounts in Union Bank. Ibang bank po ito. Nag-open ng account sa atin. And one of their questions really is turnaround time. And one of our viewers actually has that specific question for AJ. What is the turnaround time for our remittance platform?
All right, thanks, Car. That's a very relevant questions. So it depends on the remittance partners. When you say turnaround time, you mean when the funds will be made available to the remittance centers, right?
I would assume so, yes.
So basically, it means when the tracking code will be generated as well.
Mm.
So for LBC and PeraHub, the generation of tracking codes happens every few minutes. For Cebuana, it happens, for Cebuana Dual Year, it happens after the 1 p.m. cutoff. So after the 1 p.m. cutoff, there's a program that will run, and it will generate the tracking codes for everyone that sent their funds via Cebuana. For Palawan, it's after the 3 p.m. cutoff. Again, after the 3 p.m. cutoff, they should expect an SMS that will contain the tracking codes.
All right. Thank you for that, no, AJ. So I think that was pretty clear. It really depends on the remittance partner that you're dealing with. Thank you for that question.
Yep.
Ayan. Thank you for that question, viewer. No, there was also a question earlier about how we ensure cards delivery, but I think Sir Henry addressed that already. That we are partnering with several courier services to continue delivery, and it's really dependent, ladies and gentlemen, on the checkpoint that you pass. I'm quoting Sir Henry's earlier explanation. There is one question from the audience, though, that is directed towards Sir V3. Ang sabi po ng ating viewer, please explain in layman's terms the safeguards for those who are using online banking, especially newcomers and non-techies. Sir V3, would you like to address that question?
Kanina kasi I mentioned something about protecting your jewels.
Yes.
When I meant by protecting your jewels, well, to me kasi, my biggest jewel is my family.
Right.
So next to that is my identity. So it's very basic. Basic things, never share your access rights to anyone. And when you create security passwords, make sure it's something that, follow different characters. The very basic one, like, there are those with symbols, there are those in small cap or in big caps. It's a mix of those. And make sure to use codes or security rights, like passwords, that are not common. Because like birth dates, anniversary dates, You know, those are pretty common, and a lot of people would know about that, and that's already in your Facebook profile. So, you know, those quick tips in terms of securing your identity. You know? And also, you know, because there are a lot of, you know, messages that perhaps that are being blasted right now, maybe in Facebook or social media. Be wary on click attachments that look too good to be true, sources that are unknown, you know, and always be mindful that banking institutions or supervised institutions that offer these digital financial services will not ask for your one-time PIN. Will never ask you for your access rights. You know, that already, ano na yan, signal na yan, that there is something malicious going on. And should there be such an attempt, always get in touch with your bank. Confirm with your bank. Because the banks, or not only the banks, but the other financial institutions that provide these kinds of services have these consumer awareness call areas, or hotlines, or even not hotlines only, but through email as well.
Right. Thank you for those tips, no, Sir Vitri. So again, ladies and gentlemen, remember, ang ating quote of the day is protect your jewels. And in this day and age, ang ating jewels ay personal information natin and obviously our family, right? Thank you again, Sir Vitri. Next question, I think we have two questions remaining for the rest of the session, right? This next question is either for AJ or for HRA or for Sir Henry, no? Is the app applicable for corporate accounts? Can we use the app for corporate accounts?
AJ, maybe you can take this one. You're the authority in terms of the functionality of the app. Go ahead.
So UnionBank Online is really for retail customers, Carl. For corporates, just like I mentioned, we have the portal. It's really designed for corporates, so it has very flexible approval functionalities. It can perform batch processing, because we understand corporates just don't do one fund transfer at a time. They need to disburse to a lot of suppliers. They can also do payrolls through the portal. So I would suggest they reach out to their Union Bank relationship manager, and even check out the portal, which is business.unionbankph.com.
Yeah. So if I may add, Carl.
Yes.
Depends on siguro what they'll use it for. If they want to disperse money, then they can use the app also. They can have I've been seeing a lot of that where small and medium enterprises want to be able to pay their employees. So one of the ways you can do it as a corporate execution is you can ask your employees to download the app. Then you can disperse the funds, the payroll to them. The other is we have several also solutions that we can use, like for SMEs. Aside from the portal for corporates, we also have solutions for the SMEs. We have one box where if you're an SME, you want a payment platform for your goods, you can go to Box also, or you can be a biller in one of our billers in the app as well. Carl, before siguro, I just want to give a shout out to my Tita Karen. She's the one in Atlanta. She asked me, can I open an account? The nice thing about being digital is for as long as the required KYC, you can open an account. In fact, we have accounts that have been opened in Singapore, Dubai, US, and the list goes on. And these are all valid naman because they're Filipinos and they have the necessary KYC. So shout out to Tita Karen. Pwede po.
Ayun. Hi, Tita Karen.
Carl, do you mind if I add on something?
Go ahead, sir.
On the top of what's been said already by AJ and Henry, particularly when it comes to corporate transfers. That's why in the NRPS, there were two things. We have that InstaPay, the retail, fast-moving transfers, and the PesoNet. The PesoNet, where normally these are bulk, big transfers that happen, that are being used by corporates, particularly on being able to transfer in one batch payroll to other banks. We saw a lot of these happening, as I think what Henry was alluding to during the ECQ. Because corporates from their end, they had to transfer a bulk funds to another payroll account to be able to distribute these payments to their employees, particularly of SMEs, who were one way or the other, could not get out of the house and had to be able to use, have access to their financials. So these were executed using PesoNet. And that can either be done, either there were those who were doing it through the app or even through the internet banking. Because there are two forms. You can do online banking through your mobile or through your internet, meaning another device or computer that's connected to the internet.
Thank you for that, Sir Vitri, and Sir Henry and AJ for answering these questions. And again, shout out to all our international viewers. Pati po yung aking kaibigan sa Shanghai, nakakanood siya ngayon. So hello everyone and welcome to the session and thank you for joining us really. I think much has been said and the clear message is ang sagot sa new normal ay digital banking, right? So we make sure that you click the links that we have shown you or download the app today, open an account if you don't have one, and find out for yourself yung mga kinikwento namin nila AJ at ni Sir Henry, pati na rin ni Sir Vitri. Thank you again for joining us today, Sir AJ, Sir Henry, and Sir Vitri.
Thank you.
Maraming salamat po. Stay safe, and that's also our message for the rest of our viewers. Stay safe, stay home if possible, and you can do that by banking safely at home. Let us know po in the comments below and in our Facebook page what other banking tips or topics you'd like us to cover in the future, because this is the first ever UnionBank Talks Digital session, meaning meron pa pong mga susunod. And we will listen very closely to what our audience members want to discuss. It's all about you, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you again, everybody. Have a good rest of the day. Goodbye.
Bye.